What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. We're doing a little something different today. Today I'm gonna walk you through the entire setup from beginning to end, how we set up, how we tear down, and maybe this will be beneficial to you newer guys starting out, or maybe you're already in the game for a little while and you wanna kind of see from behind the scenes how we set up. So a little something different on the channel today, but let's get to it, let's go. All right guys, so we already got everything off of the trailer. Today's been a rainy day, man. It's literally been raining all dang day, but we already got everything off the trailer. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set up speakers first, and then lighting, and then we'll hook up the booth. Like I said, man, I'm all about efficiency when it comes to setup. So one of the nice things that we've done with our DJ booth is like literally everything is already pre-wired. So all I have to do is roll that bad boy in off the trailer, run 2 XLRs off the speakers into the booth, and we're ready to go, man. So setup should probably really only take like 30-40 minutes. Usually I do have someone helping me, but today he wasn't able to make it, so kind of running solo. I got my guy Fred behind the camera though. He's gonna be helping me out, you know, later after we film this. But if you're not using road cases, man, road cases are definitely a way to protect your investment, especially when it comes to like how much speakers are nowadays, bro. Like they're so expensive. So I keep all my stuff in road cases. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna get everything set up. Shouldn't take much longer. Get these off, run some XLRs to them, and we'll be ready to go, man. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get these off. And one of the nice things about this venue too is the fact that it's literally so easy to get in and out of. Like I literally park the trailer right there, bring everything in. They have powers on all these columns, and it makes setup easy, bro. So let's get to it, and we'll update you guys once all these speakers are set up. All right guys, so we got these speakers out of the case. Next up, we're gonna set up our movers. I actually got this idea. Shout out to my guy, DJ Daryl Bennett here on YouTube as well. He has a lot of really useful information, man. And he made this video one time about these gravity stands for the movers. So basically, I took my Chave little like plates right here that you can use to like mount your movers on like truss or like upside down. And I added them to this gravity stand with a little M10 nut. You guys can see that right there. And basically, I just attach these gravity stands right here on the inside, and then I put the movers right here on top. And like literally, the footprint is so small, man. The footprint is so tiny, right? And so basically, I'll put the mover on here, run a Powercon cable to it, plug it in, and setup is done. I used to use truss a lot, but the fact with like truss, you know, they're heavy. They're big and they're bulky. They take up a lot of room. So with these gravity stands, bro, like your footprint is so small. The only downfall that I've seen with these that I've had is when you make this pole too high, you see it starts getting a little wobbly. So if I were you, I probably wouldn't go past 4 showing. So I normally go about 4 and then I raise it. So I kind of leave it at 4 because again, the higher you make it, it just starts getting a little too wobbly. So I'm gonna put the movers on here, and then we also have some washes that we attach right below that. So here we go. Now another thing I've kind of run into is sometimes these little twists, they're a little hard. So you have to be careful that they don't get stuck. So I just try to tighten them enough to where I know the mover's not gonna fall off. And then I kind of leave it at that. I don't try to overly tighten them because again, one time we tightened them way too much and we couldn't get the suckers off. So again, I'm gonna just put those on there and then I'll just raise it. 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. Move this up. Bam. And then I got a Powercon that I'm gonna attach right to it. And I use these little Velcro straps to keep the Powercon in place, man, because again, it's all about cable management too. That's what kind of separates your look from these other DJs, is sometimes they don't care about their cable management. They leave crap all over the place. But me, I'm a stickler for cable management. So I'm gonna run that Powercon, plug it in, and we should be good to go. All right, guys, so these right here are the Powercon cables that I use to run power to these. I actually got these on Amazon. They're like 25-foot Powercons. I got them that length because, again, I want the cable just to hide right behind this pole. I don't want the wires showing up or anything. So I just attach that into the light, plug that bottom end down here. I'm gonna run a little power strip to power my speaker and my light. And then the wash lights that I'm gonna attach are actually battery powered, so I don't have to worry about powering those. You know, they last all night. So I have 2 of these, 1 for each side. So let's run some power to them, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, next up, we are going to run power to everything. So I have these 2 25-footers. They have, you know, 3 plugs on this. I really only need 2, 1 for the speaker, 1 for the light. I'm gonna plug it in right here behind this post on each side, and that's gonna power everything. And then we'll run XLRs from the booth to the speaker. So here we go. All right, so next up we got XLRs. We are going to run from the booth. I'll go around here and show you guys the way we have it set up. And we're just gonna run 2 XLRs, 1 to each side. So come around here back, I'll show you guys. Come on, Fred, let's show them what we got back here. So in the booth, it's messy, y'all, don't judge me. I should have cleaned this up before. But hey, this is what we do. We show you the real deal, baby. But we have this mixer in here. This is what I use to kind of control our levels. There's also a little other crap in here, like a lint roller. You always keep a lint roller on you. So I already have everything pre-wired to the mixer. From the mixer, I have 2 XLR outs. So right here, we have our XLR outs. So I have a right and a left, right? So I got a right and a left, you know, that one to that speaker, that one over here. So I'll hook up those 2 XLRs and then run them to both sides. I also keep a booth out in here. The reason I keep the booth out is because every single time, and never gonna fail, a videographer is gonna be like, hey bro, do you have an output for like speeches and stuff like that? So that's what we use this for, and it has its own gain. So I can control, you know, if it's too hot, too low, we can control that for the videographer. Again, if you're gonna be in this business, bro, you always have to look out for the other vendors too. Sometimes it can be a little annoying, but hey, that's what's gonna help you stay booked. So again, here's our XLR outs. We're gonna run to each side. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll tape everything down with some gaffer's tape. Another pro tip, man, if you're gonna be using gaffer's tape, always use 3-inch. That's, someone gave me the tip, like, bro, use 3-inch. It's so much easier to keep it safe for people for tripping. So I bought this 3-inch, and they're right? So I'm basically just gonna tape all this excess down so that way no one trips, right? That's the biggest thing, is you don't want people tripping. You don't want grandma walking through here. I mean, hopefully she's not gonna be walking from behind me, but you never know. You don't want nobody tripping, falling over, breaking a hip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and tape this stuff down, and we're gonna start right here and try to keep it as straight as possible. So I always start with a little piece like that to hold it in place. Then I'll come over here and tighten it. All right, bam. And then we're gonna run one strip all the way across, as straight as possible. And again, this 3-inch just makes it that much safer. In case somebody walks across, they don't fall and bust their head open. I'm gonna do that on both sides. washes that we use. They are the Rockville Battery Par 6 RF. And then I added these little mounts. I don't even know what you call these, O-rings. I think they're an ADJ O-ring. So this right here, it's a little small for the gravity stand, so I just added some like gaffer's tape in here. If you guys know something that I could use that would be better, let me know in the comments, but I just use these little ADJ O-rings and I clamp them. So I'll show you guys. Let's clamp this onto the gravity stand. And the nice thing about these, they actually have wireless DMX built into them, so you don't need any like additional dongles or anything like that, and they're also battery powered, lasts up to like 10 hours. So the only thing is, you gotta make sure you charge them. I'm not always the best at charging stuff, but today they're charged. So we're gonna go ahead and put this bad boy on here. Literally just clamps right there. And then yeah, so I just adjust it there. And we are good to go with our washes. And this is like our standard dance lighting package right here. Of course, if some couples want more, we bring more, but this is kind of what we use for the majority of our setups. And yeah, so we just mount that there, we put another one on the other side, and that's the setup, bro. We're literally done. We started at, what time we start, Fred? Like 4? I think we started 4. It's 4:24, y'all. Literally 4:24. It took me 24 minutes by myself. It took me longer to get stuff off the trailer. So that's pretty much done. We'll do a sound check. We'll make sure that our movers are positioned to the dance floor and sound switch. And other than that, man, we're ready to go. We already got our cables taped down. I'm gonna clean up, of course, all the boxes. But if you know me, man, I always say this, I'm all about efficiency. So if I can get in as quickly as possible, that's how I'm gonna do it. So let's go ahead and get everything cleaned up, and then I'll take you guys around a detailed review of our DJ booth. All right, guys, so we are all set up, ready to go. So what I wanted to do now is just kind of give you guys a overview of the DJ booth. So we have 2 Rain 12s. These actually stay in here. I don't ever take them out. We just have like those deck savers that go over the top, keep the dust off of them. I also use sound switch for all of my DMX. So I have my sound switch control 1 here. We got a MacBook Pro with everything. Like I said, everything is wired in here. So all I need to do is when I show up, I have a power cord that I plug the booth into, run 2 XLRs, and then hook up these 2 cables to give the laptop power, as well as being able to put on an image on the front of the booth, because we have a 65-inch TV mounted into this booth. So again, it's on casters. We roll it in, we roll it out. Setup takes, I think we did it in like 25 minutes. And once we're out of here, once it's time to go, we literally just unplug it, turn everything off, pack it up, and we throw it right in the trailer, man. So I know this type of booth only works for those of you guys that have trailers. But again, there's all different types of things out there. Shout out to Joe Bunn. He has the Bunn booth that you can like trick out with power and everything. That way, all you have to do is show up and plug it in. But if you guys want more details on the booth itself, let me know. We can make a whole video on it. But yeah, man, we are about to get ceremony started, and then it's time to party. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so tonight too, we are also running our mirror photo booth. Pretty much it's already set up. I didn't do too much of a detailed setup on this part because I'm not sure if a lot of you guys own photo booths. But yeah, this is our mirror booth. Just kind of getting all the wires taped down and everything. Again, cable management is key, bro, especially in these high traffic areas. You don't want anyone stepping over this and tripping or, you know, just causing any type of disturbance. So we're taping everything down. Gonna clean up the wires behind it, make it look all nice and pretty. Get a couple of test shots in, and then we'll be ready to go. So for every wedding we do too, man, we usually customize a graphic for the front of the booth. When I got here, I noticed it was like black and white. So we designed black and white. It actually worked out perfect. And we normally will ask the couples, like when we are, you know, setting or when we're meeting with them, like what their color scheme is. It's also like one of the questions we have in Vibo. We ask, hey, what's like your color palette for the night? And then I'll usually design something. Sometimes like I'll notice when I get here, it's a little like off color scheme wise. So I'll just open up Canva. I do all the designs in Canva, and then I can just tweak it however we need, man. So that's it. This is what we're gonna use tonight. Again, we got a simple black and white theme tonight, so this fits the aesthetic perfectly. We could also do like video. We could do all sorts of stuff on this, man. So yeah. All right, guys, well, we are all done. That was it, man. Pretty quick wrap up. We didn't have too much to pack up. Again, like I mentioned earlier, today's wedding was pretty low key, so I thought this one was gonna be a perfect one to show you guys exactly how we go about setting up. So yeah, if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, drop them down in the comments. Let us know what you think. Until next time, man, we're out.